All right, guys, welcome to another commentary video. I'm joined again with Tyler.
Hello.
We're gonna commentate on one of his matches actually from the past locals, which is what is this? Oh yeah, AOT versus Sal. I don't know why I blanked really hard there.
And this match is from like what, 2-3 weeks ago, right?
Has it been that long? Like 2 weeks ago, I
feel
think.
like it's been 2 weeks.
Yeah, and I mean, any other comments before getting into the matchup?
Not a fun matchup. I don't like it whenever I can't deny things.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate. But yeah, I guess we'll just go ahead and start now. So Johnny, which is on the right there, he did want me to tell everyone that his favorite anime is what was that? Game of Thrones. Just so everyone knows.
So we're having the Game of Thrones theme in the background of this, right?
Yeah, and then I'll just get taken down for copyright notice. Yeah. I'll be fine.
Be a man. Do it.
Oh man. But so yeah, Johnny runs green blue, right? He plays the new Link attack combo along with Gold Bar.
Right. And I open up pretty well. Draw the wind off of the second card.
Yeah, the build Johnny runs to. I think this is like the build most people, even in Japan, were playing first when the new Ordnance skill released.
Because
I've actually never seen it played. I think did I even play him that week? I don't even remember.
This week?
I should have it on camera. Not this week, but for this locals we were at.
Yeah, you played.
Oh, did I play against him? I lost, right? Or did I
play against him? I thought you just meant in the tournament in general.
No,
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Anyway, so yeah. The Link attack is basically just the same thing as a switch, but you have more options for what to do.
Yeah, it's kind of more costly in a way, but it's easier to get pieces because you only need other pieces in the waiting room and just one of the Kiritos on the field.
Right. It can be the same cost for the same effect if you have the right setup, though.
Yeah.
5 attacks for like 6 or 7 stock and 3 hand, I think.
This is some amazing glare here too.
Oh yeah.
I messed up really bad setting this up. Right on time, your cat, just like we were saying.
Yep. What hasn't been in my room all day? Decided to show up now. I couldn't even tell what that center card was on my field.
It was the TD stock bomb.
And I meant like while it was in center. I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
I guess we just have to guess around a little bit. So I want to know how the money counter that Johnny was running did for him all game, or all tournament rather, because he didn't use it against me, and I don't really like that card in Sal. But he's running more green, so maybe it works.
Yeah, I don't think the money counter, the anti-damage counter, is too good in builds that run Yuki, because, or at least not without running the level 0 Asuna that goes to stock, because it's just so costly. And when you're playing your level 3 game plan, usually you're burning all your stock, or even if you're playing Xenon, last shot, that's
all
still
of
a lot of stock too going into that turn. Stock. Yeah, I feel like it's a card you mostly use to kind of like out-tempo your opponent at level 2, not really at level 3 to avoid things. But I mean, in some cases, you'll use it at level 3.
Yeah.
Man, you're already a whole level behind on damage.
Yeah. I canceled pretty early there, so after he saw that and never hit 1, he was just like, okay, I'm just gonna field things.
Yeah, you just played that climax
just
too.
Ate all of it.
Yep, unfortunate.
Also unfortunate is he leaves only his runner.
Yeah.
There's no guarantee for
sad
a
time
reverse.
for AOT.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wish I remembered more about this match so I could say more about it.
Yeah.
Everything's pretty standard.
I feel like the matchup itself is so straightforward too
Right.
that if you're not keeping up in damage, I don't think AOT has a really good way at coming back other than playing Mikasas and hoping to finish it out with Mikasa level 3s.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that some of this damage at least sticks. I think in this situation it's worse for the AOT player, in this matchup in general I mean, to hit one first, because SAO just has so many ways of clearing its own board at 0. If it hits you at level 1 first, you just don't get reverse targets. Then you would probably hit them to 1, as I just did here, and then they just field everything they need and get their Yuki pluses. He's still playing the Zekken, the Sleeping Nights Brainstorm, and I'm not 100% sure why. I just think the Asuna Brainstormer is better. Unless you're playing the 1-1 Asuna.
Yeah, I mean he's still playing Yuki too. That's still 1k to Yuki, right?
Yeah, but it's also the level. So whenever you hit your opponent to 2, the Yuki in center lane's got to be a level 3, and they can just get Andy changed.
Yeah,
which is a legitimate threat.
I mean, my guess too would be that he's not playing any yellow in this deck, right?
Right.
So there's no reason to color fix for that. So that, or he just doesn't own it. Who knows?
Also,
I don't think it's a horrible decision, but yeah, the Asuna might be better.
I feel like the 3 to 4 yellow cards wouldn't mess with anything in an otherwise all green-blue deck.
Yeah.
I don't think he was playing the Link Strike for Asuna, which is also a yellow.
Yeah, but that's like just a level 0 too,
Right.
anyway.
What's that one do again? Like gets a soul?
It's it's when you summon it from the effect. It you can pick an avatar net character from waiting room and put it to stock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so just like replenishes stock.
All the characters have their own Link Strike stuff, so it's hard to keep up, especially whenever you don't personally play the set. And yeah, I'm at level 2 now. After the first attack. I'm move geared in one of the earlier attacks more to increase my odds of canceling just by a tiny bit. Than more so that than to save the armament. But I was getting low on hand, so I needed the character to live. Yeah, so at this point, I'm just thinking of ways I can make up damage. I draw the wind, so that makes it a lot easier. But with 2 cards left in deck, it's not quite as easy. I just main phased the salvage move gear to get that climax out of my hand. And here's where I thought I had a card that I wasn't running in my deck. I thought that runner was something else. So I kind of just took a neg to hand where I didn't need to. And that's me covering the camera because I A, misplayed, and B, cheated a bit. Because I forgot the discard was after the refresh. Another tough thing about the matchup for AOT is what's effectively a 3k counter, which I probably could have been paying attention better in my actual play, Because now that I see the game afterwards, I don't think he's playing the 2K counter.
Even if he is, he probably only runs like 1 to 2. So
I think 2's more right than 1. But
yeah,
either way, it's 3K power to any particular lane. So that Yuki in center lane is technically 8K, which center lane Aaron has a hard time getting over without the Brainstormer, which I just did not draw all game. But yeah, I just swing for the fences, get the bounces. Yeah, that's another reason why that Armin was just such a terrible misplay. I got rid of all of the maneuver gears that were in my waiting room.
yeah.
Either way, I would have only gotten 1 since there was only 2 cards left in deck, but still.
Yeah, it still would have been a plus though.
Right.
And then, I mean, in this matchup too, because this is the deck you change. You don't run the 2-1 Armin change the Titan, right?
Right.
Anymore. Yeah. Do you think having that in the deck is pretty beneficial in this matchup, at least for catching up on damage? I feel like
Yeah.
AOT doesn't have a lot of very good ways to catch back up if they fall really hard behind because of some like bad tempo swings on cancels.
Right. I always go back and forth between if that's a good package or not, because the change itself is only bad if somebody plays directly into it, which is 9 times out of 10 a bad play, but on offense you still get extra soul damage if you need it, which usually why would you not pump the thing to 2 soul?
Yeah.
At the Columbus Waifu event that I recently went to, it came in clutch a lot. The extra soul really helped with pushing damage on things, and I did get a double change off in one game, and it was really good whenever it happened, but that's one game out of how many?
Yeah. I like that the card is somewhat scary too, depending how your opponent reacts to it. Maybe they just end up siding a level 2 because they don't want you to change into the level 3 or whatever.
Yeah.
That's like randomly a plus, even though that seems like incorrect, but it could happen.
And Johnny's also running this 3-2 sign-on restander, which math says has a worse condition than Eris from Konosuba, but I've never not seen the thing restand, so...
I've only failed like once or twice with it out of like the 10 times I've played it.
Meanwhile, last time I played Konosuba, I failed 3 Eris restands in a row.
Your mistake was refreshing with climaxes.
You're right. Who needs to cancel whenever I can just attack 6 times in a turn?
Yeah, I really, really like that Sinon level 3.
Yeah. It's amazing whenever it hits, and like I said...
I mean, even if it doesn't hit, I still think it's pretty strong, because you just basically just milled a bunch of damage out of your deck.
Right. And it cantrips, right?
Yeah, cantrips on play.
Yeah, so there was this game, and then there was another game in a shop tournament where he and the guy I was playing against in the shop tournament both just used it whenever he was low on deck. It put him really close to refresh, as well as got extra damage because he was very favored to hit.
Yeah.
And especially with this play, you can just resolve the Yuki first and make it get even better chances of resolving your restander.
Yeah, that's like an actual pretty sweet interaction.
At this point, I'm just stuck at level 3 with him at 2, and kind of just have to hope.
You're gonna eat 6 here? Oh wait, it's for 5.
Yeah. GG easy.
All right, this is where you come back, right? He's at 2-0.
Yeah,
and you're at
yeah.
3-5.
I'm at 3-5, running only 2-3 healers. He's at 2-0. Sure. I don't think there's enough Mikases in the world.
No, don't worry. He's just still canceling. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just pushing, hoping for some kind of damage to stick. Getting back maneuver gears, just in case. But he decides to cancel everything.
No, man, you got 2 in there. No, that's like another thing too. Xenon just adds so much tempo at level 2 when you have the opportunity to just get the restand.
Yeah.
And you're already ahead in damage. You get like just conceal games that way.
I make the joke about it being a worse restander than the Eris from Konosuba, but just because it's in Sao is why it's technically better. Because you need that tempo swing with the extra damage, and there's just various ways of interaction to make your odds better. Whereas Konosuba just has to kind of hope. And yeah. It's basically triple cancel or die here.
Rip. Sao wins again.
Yeah. With 2 climaxes left, because triggered those old ones. The ones in the previous turn, I mean. He didn't even hit level 3. What a sad day.
Yeah, that's like cards like the Xenon and also the Konosuba Eris Restander are just like really strong when they hit. You just get so much tempo off of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just swings games.
I think the real
like,
advantage to the Konosuba one is that you can field 2 very easily, whereas you can only field 1 without negging yourself in Sao.
Yeah. And that's why Konosuba just kind of steals games, basically.
Yeah.
In some matchups where they shouldn't be able to win.
Yeah.
Being able to attack 5 times, multiple turns in a row, is pretty strong.
Yeah. Any point in time where you're getting more instances of damage, it's good. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how you argue against that.
Exactly. So how do you feel about the AOT and Sao matchup? Is it just kind of if Sao hits level 1 first, then they're behind, but if AOT hits 1 first, then they're actually behind? That's what I kind of feel sometimes.
It really comes down to whose hand is better, whether you want to be hitting level 1 first or not in the matchup. Because if they hit, if the Sao player hits level 1 first, they're more likely to try field earlier than you are. And then they'll hit you to 1, and their field is almost never savable from Aaron. And if you hit level 1 first, you don't have reverse targets because they've got bombs that they're just crashing into things and runners that they'll field. So
Yeah, it's these matchups where it's like you're both playing chicken, basically.
yeah,
And then whoever, goes off first kind of gets that huge advantage. It's unfortunate, like tempo wise for damage in this game, that Johnny with Sao got ahead.
yes.
So like you're always like fighting from a losing position.
Thankfully, Sao never has a 9 times out of 10 it won't have a good way of saving multiple lanes from Aaron's. So you can always play around the backup and the Amagi pump.
Yeah.
Whereas in the AOT mirror, they could be holding maneuver gears. But I guess in this matchup that SAO could be playing this switch counter.
Sort of, but
just switch out of Silica or not.
See, the real play is have no. Yeah, the real plays have no back row and play the switch counter because then there's nothing to push for up.
I said whenever that card was revealed, I said that and everybody made fun of me for it.
I mean, it's almost the same as maneuver gear, almost, sorta. But yeah, I mean, Sal can get away with it too with Yuki's, but
Yeah.
whatever. Well, I guess that brings this commentary to a close. You got any final words?
Not a one.
All right. Well, until the next video, guys. Later. Thanks for watching, guys. If you want to support our content, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, as it does help us to grow. And if you're feeling a little bit more generous, check out our Patreon at patreon.com/burn1.